Do you know that we're living in a culture now where no one really cares about a future that we're not going to be part of? That seems to be the mindset of the average person these days. It's, well, I'm not going to be part of that future, so why should I care? It's all about me, 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 and it's all about the now, now, now. I feel that we're surrounded by narcissism. I feel that we're surrounded by people who are unable to sit down and have honest conversations without getting defensive. Because as soon as somebody feels challenged now today, they take that as an attack on them, rather than seeing it as criticism or healthy criticism or as an opportunity to learn and discuss and grow from one another. It's a really kind of sad, tragic world that we've found ourselves in. It's a sad, tragic culture that we've found ourselves in. I can't bear existing. And in all honesty, this is me just being truthful right now. I don't like existing in this culture. And I think that's a problem for so many men today. And I think that's why the biggest unaliver of men under the age of 50 is self-unaliving. That's really difficult to know. And I care deeply about it. And I do think that that's where we're at, unfortunately. There are many men who share how I feel, which is that we're surrounded by pure mental chaos. And as men, we thrive on logic, reason, and common sense. And when we're surrounded by anything but pretty much everywhere, it's not good. It's not good for the deep masculine soul, for the energy that we want to give out as men. And I think that's something a lot of guys are struggling with. How I deal with it personally is that I choose to live my life as pure as I possibly can. I try to avoid all of the modern trappings of today's world, today's culture. I try to make sure that I limit, if not completely eradicate, my digital use, except for being here now to help and try to inspire others. I don't own a television. I gave my television away. My television actually currently is a table in the corner of my living room with candles on it, pictures of my kids and some of my favourite books, including my own. And that's my television. I don't watch it. I occasionally watch it with my partner. Depends on what she's watching, and if I'll watch it with her, then so be it. And I sometimes watch the occasional movie, but other than that, don't own a television. Don't have a games console, gave them away. Don't have a PC, I've got a laptop for work, which is important, of course, and my phone for work, which is important, of course. But other than that, I try to avoid that world. I try to also make sure that I am as fit as I can possibly be. I try to make sure that I am rock solid mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I believe if I deal with all of those four things and I'm rock solid in those four areas, then in all honesty, I become untouchable in here, up here, in here. And that's important to me as well. So for those reasons, I stay pure. I stay pure of thought, pure of energy, pure of intention. I try to make sure that if I make promises, I keep them. I try to make sure my words and my actions align. Like, here's the thing. Surviving in today's culture that is not really healthy for the masculine male spirit means living by a code of ethics that we hold ourselves to in order to maintain our focus, our energy, our health, our well-being, and staying good in a culture which it's easy to be evil and rubbish. And that's what I believe we have to do. We have to set our intention hard. And setting that intention hard, setting that intention to be a great man, for example, comes with burden, comes with accountability, responsibility, sacrifice, suffering, doubt, a real level of understanding that it's up to us to bring a new level of honourability to this world. You know, and I say in my books regularly, if it's not right, good, healthy and honourable, don't do it. You know, and being steeped in that energy is difficult. It's challenging. It's hard making good decisions. It's hard doing the right thing over and over and over again. It can be draining, it can be tiring, it can be exhausting. But ultimately, it's rewarding. And the consequences of these things are great. So they're so worth it in the long run. And it's so difficult in the short term. So yeah, things are challenging out there for men today. I really do see it. I see it everywhere. I see your struggle. I know your struggle. I've been there. and I've been the worst. I used to tell myself often that it'd be better if I just wasn't here. It would be easier for myself and everybody else if I just didn't exist. It would be easier if I wasn't here. And then I suddenly realised as I was running through the woods one day, I used to have this little mantra. As I was running, I would remind myself that my mind propels me to where I need to be mentally. My respiratory system, my heart, my lungs, my limbs, my legs, my arms, they propel me to where I need to be physically. These two things combined, my mind propelling me mentally, my body propelling me physically, they help combine to propel me to where I need to be emotionally, because they help to keep me calm. I process my feelings and my thoughts when I'm engaged in that world of looking after myself mentally and physically. And then combined again, my mind propelling me to where I need to be mentally, my body physically, and both of them combined emotionally, all those combined, they propel me to where I need to be spiritually. And when I have the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual 4 pillars of well-being, as I call them in my book, when I have all them rock solid, you can't get to me. You can't hurt me. You can try, but I'm too good. I'm too solid. And I will be able to absorb whatever this life throws at me, and I'll deal with it, and I'll deal with it well, and I'll deal with it healthily, in right, good, healthy, and honourable ways. That's the intention all the time. So it's worth doing. It's a hard life out there, there's no doubt about it, but it's a good one to be had if you do the things in all the right ways with the right mindset. There's no doubt about that as well. So hopefully if there's anything in here that helps at all, I'm grateful that I'm able to do that right now and help anyone. So peace out.